So today we will start a topic of oral biology, that is salivary gland, which is handed over to me. So I will teach you the salivary gland, and whenever you feel any difficulty, you are most welcome to ask me. I will answer you accordingly, right? So salivary glands, as you must have studied in your anatomy in your first year. So we will study in this presentation the definition, the classification, the anatomy of the salivary gland, and we will express the structure of the ductal system which is present in the salivary gland, right? They are basically, the salivary glands are the tubular, compound tubulo-acinar glands, exocrine glands, as they have ducts, and found in the oral cavity that secrete a complex fluid known as saliva. Saliva, as you all know, which is present, which keep our oral cavity moist. It has several functions and composition we will study in detail. So now the classification. What is the classification of salivary glands? There are two classifications, right? On the basis of size and on the basis of its secretion. So there it has the two divisions, in which the size in which we have major salivary glands and minor salivary glands. According to the secretion, serous secretion, it secretes serous secretion, mucus secretion, and mixed secretion. The secretion which is produced by the salivary gland are predominantly serous or mucus. There could be some mucus cells present in the serous gland, and there could be some serous cells present in the mucus gland, some of the very minute. So we call it predominantly serous and predominantly mucus, and some have got the equal distribution of cells, like serous and mucus cells could be present in the gland. Okay? So serous secretion is mainly produced by the parotid gland, and the mucus secretion is mainly produced by the sublingual gland, and the mixed secretion is produced by the submandibular. So we will talk about the major salivary glands first. Major salivary glands are the are three, which are bilaterally paired salivary glands. They are paired salivary glands, okay, and they are bilaterally present on each side of the oral cavity. The largest one is the parotid gland, which is present externally near the near the external ear subcutaneous. It is present subcutaneously near the external ear, and it weighs about 14 to 28 grams, and it is the largest one. Then comes after the parotid gland, submandibular gland, which weighs almost half of this parotid gland, like it could be almost 7 to 14 grams. And then the smallest major salivary gland is the sublingual gland, which is almost 2 gram in size. So they are present in for they are responsible for major salivary secretion in the oral cavity. The minor salivary glands are the present all over the oral cavity, and they are they can be named as the according to the location of the minor salivary glands, and they directly open in the oral cavity. ओरल म्यूकोजा के नीचे present होते हैं. They are the जिसको they are the von Ebner gland, uh, buccal glands, labial glands, and the glossopalatine glands, and palatal glands that are present all over the oral cavity. ठीक है. तो सारी ये जो माइनर सेलेवरी ग्लैंड्स है, ये ज़्यादातर म्यूकस होते हैं, एक्सेप्ट द वॉन एपनर ग्लैंड विच इज़ प्रेजेंट बिलो द टेस्ट बट. आप लोगों ने ओरल म्यूकोजा में पढ़ा भी होगा. एंड दे आर सिरस. वॉन एपनर ग्लैंड सिर्फ एक सिरस है माइनर में, बाकी सारे जो हैं म्यूकस हैं. ठीक है. एंड they are responsible for the mucus secretion in the oral cavity to keep the oral cavity moist. ठीक है। और मेजर सलाइवरी ग्लैंड्स दे आर एक्टिव ड्यूरिंग द डे टाइम एंड ड्यूरिंग द swallowing एंड ड्यूरिंग द च्यूइंग ऑफ द फूड, जबकि जो हमारे पास माइनर सलाइवरी ग्लैंड्स हैं उनकी एक्टिविटी ज़्यादातर नाइट टाइम में होती है, जबकि हमारे जिस वक्त हमारे मेजर सलाइवरी ग्लैंड जो हैं वो एक्टिव नहीं होते, ठीक है। तो उस टाइम में क्या होता है कि दे मेक द oral cavity moist and they provide the mucus secretion. Almost 10% of the saliva has mucus secretion जो है वो minor salivary gland से produce होता है, ठीक है। and these minor salivary glands में जो है von Ebner सिर्फ वो जो है mucus है, ठीक है। हमारे पास जो है बाकी सारे बकल ग्लैंड्स हैं, लेबियल ग्लैंड्स हैं, ग्लॉसा पैलेटाइन हैं, पैलेटल ग्लैंड्स जो हैं ये सारे माइनर सेलेब्री ग्लैंड्स हैं जो कि बिलो द म्यूकोजा प्रेजेंट होते हैं, ठीक है। और मेजर हमारे पास यही तीन है, पैरोटिड, सबमैंडिबुलर एंड सबलिंगुअल। Now we will discuss the individual glands. This is the parotid gland, which is the largest of all, and it has got this duct which is 4 to 6 mm long. It runs over the masseter muscles and pierces the buccinator muscles and enters the oral cavity, and it opens just opposite to the upper maxillary second molar. It has, and the parotid gland may have extension over this Stenson's duct, and this part of the gland is known as the accessory parotid gland. The diameter of this Stenson's duct is 2.5 to 5 mm, right? So this was about the parotid gland, its duct. Now we will discuss the submandibular gland. The submandibular gland lies just below the into the inferior surface of this mandible, and the salivary glands are enclosed in a well-defined capsule that contains connective tissue, blood vessels, and other cells. We were talking about the submandibular gland, which is also enclosed in a connective tissue capsule, and it is the second largest gland, and it is mixed gland. It contains serous and mucus secretion, and it contributes to the 65% of the salivary secretion, whereas the parotid gland contributes about to 25 to 30% of the salivary secretion. It is present just posteriorly to the mylohyoid muscles, just medial to this mandible, and its duct extends, and it is 3 centimeter long, and it travels and opens into the sublingual caruncle at the lingual papillae, and just lateral to the lingual frenum, and it pour its mixed secretion through this opening, right? The name of this duct, the submandibular gland duct, is the Wharton's duct. We call it Wharton's duct, right? And the smallest gland, which is almost 2 gram in weight, and it has multiple ducts which opens in directly into the oral cavity, into the sublingual area. That is, these ducts are known as the ducts of rhinivus, and has got one main duct which opens into the just with this submandibular gland duct, and it is known as the Bartholin duct, ठीक है। ये जो sublingual का जो main duct, that is the Bartholin duct, and this sublingual gland is mucus, it is purely mucus, and the जो sublingual gland का lymphatic drainage होती है, that is in submental lymph nodes में होगी, ठीक है। और इसकी सबमैंडिबुलर ग्लैंड की और पैरोटिड ग्लैंड की डीप सर्वाइकल लिम्फ नोड्स में जो है इसकी लिम्फेटिक ड्रेनेज होती है, ठीक है। और आर्टेरियल सप्लाई यू मस्ट हैव स्टडीड इन योर Now we will discuss the blood supply of the major salivary glands. The parotid gland is supplied by external carotid artery. Actually, जो सारे glands हैं, the the major salivary gland, they all are supplied by the branches of external carotid artery. And these are the facial and the lingual arteries, also a branch of external carotid artery. The sublingual and submental is also a branch of external carotid artery. So these glands are mainly supplied by the branches of external carotid artery. The venous drainage is through retromandibular vein in parotid region, and the same for the submandibular gland, and same for the parotid gland, same for the sublingual gland, and these all veins drains ultimately into the internal jugular vein, right? और इनकी lymphatic drainage क्या है? parotid gland और submandibular gland जो है ये डीप सर्वाइकल lymph node में जाकर इनकी lymphatic drainage होती है, और sublingual gland जो है वो submental lymph nodes में जाकर इसकी lymphatic drainage होती है, right? अच्छा, इसके अलावा there is one more thing. So one more point you have to be memorize that the nerve supply of these three glands, they have got the sensory supply, the parasympathetic secretory So the sensory supply of parotid gland is carried through the greater auricular nerve, or the greater auricular nerve, and the auriculotemporal branch of the trigeminal nerve, then parasympathetic branch, that is the glossopharyngeal nerve, from where the preganglionic fibers travel and synapse in the otic ganglion, and from where the postganglionic fiber travel through the auriculotemporal nerve and supply the parotid gland, which secretes saliva. The parotid gland is purely serous, and they provide serous secretion serous secretion from the parotid gland. Sympathetic supply is done through the plexus around the external carotid artery and the middle meningeal artery. So as you all know, the salivation basically takes place from the parasympathetic stimulation, and in the sympathetic, when there is fear and fight, the salivation is more viscous as compared to the parasympathetic secretion, which is normally more serous. Now let's see the parasympathetic salivation. How does it takes place in the salivary glands? Here we can see there is superior salivatory nucleus and there is inferior salivatory nucleus. Superior salivatory and inferior salivatory. From the inferior salivatory nucleus, the preganglionic fiber arise and they travel through the glossopharyngeal cranial, the ninth cranial nerve, glossopharyngeal nerve, and from here the preganglionic fiber travels and they synapse in the otic ganglion, and from the otic ganglion the postsynaptic fibers, the postganglionic fibers travel through auriculotemporal nerve and supply the parotid gland. Understand? And for the submandibular and sublingual glands, the preganglionic fibers arises from the superior salivatory nucleus, and from here they travel through the seventh cranial nerve, that is the facial nerve, and the branch is known as the cauda tympani branch, and from here they travel and they synapse in the submandibular ganglion, and from here the postsynaptic fibers arise and they travel through the lingual nerve of the mandibular lingual branch of the mandibular nerve, and they supply the submandibular gland and the sublingual gland. Understand? So this was the neural pathway, and the submandibular gland is responsible for 60 to 65% secretion of the gland, whereas parotid is responsible for 25 to 30% secretion of the saliva, and the sublingual gland is 2 to 5%, right? So this is the diagrammatic presentation of the pathway of the salivary gland. Okay, this is also a very good diagram of innervation of both sublingual and submandibular gland. You can see the fibers from superior salivatory nucleus, they travel and the synapse into the submandibular ganglion, and from here the postsynaptic fibers goes and innervate the gland. Similarly, the lingual nerve carries the postganglionic fibers for both taste and the secretion of the sublingual gland. Here you can see there is a sublingual gland, and the lingual nerve carries the postsynaptic fibers from the submandibular ganglion, and they supply the sublingual gland for its secretion, right? So these were the innervation of the glands. Okay, this picture is a beautiful picture showing the gland, the lingual frenum, right? So you can observe the anatomy over here. This is lingual frenum, sublingual caruncle. Everything is showing in this pic, right? So thank you all of you. So with this thank you, there is an assignment, right? You have to tell the classification of the glands, number one. Second, you have to tell how much every gland is responsible for the salivary secretion, like how much it take part in the salivary secretion. And then third one would be the nerve supply. ठीक है, नर्व सप्लाई हर एक की बतानी है. ठीक है, कौन कौन सी नर्व कौन कौन से ग्लैंड को सप्लाई करता है. सो दैट्स ऑल, दीज थ्री शॉर्ट क्वेश्चंस हैं, और इसको आप जो है सॉल्व करके अपनी अटेंडेंस के लिए फिर मुझे वो करें. और जो नहीं भेजेगा असाइनमेंट वो बिल्कुल एब्सेंट होगा, और देयर वुड बी नो टाइम एक्सटेंशन गिवन. ओके, थैंक यू ऑल.